Yo, what's up, man? I'm about to get it in. Hold on. I'm adjusting the camera. See how I like this. Real impromptu. Just doing a live stream real quick from the LG V60. So I'm gonna get this thing going. I'm just kind of testing the I haven't done a live stream in a minute. So let me see how this looks so I can make some adjustments. Oh, that's pretty fire, man. Okay, so I got it in the right view. I'm checking how it looks right now because I decided to use the rear camera. I wanted to check it out. What's going on, man? I haven't streamed in a very long time. Let me see how I can adjust this. I like how it looks, man. This might be a good spot to live stream. I just put the V60 up on a tripod or whatever. And what's going on, folks? Man, that number went from 5 to 41 on my side. I decided to go ahead and fire up. Oh, but GG crazy. I decided to fire up the LG V60, and I wanted to test out live streaming from it for audio, just real quick. That's all I'm doing. I'm just testing out. I was trying to think of a way that I could utilize the V60 the best because um, oh yeah. It's 720 because like I was going to say, I'm using the V60 because the V60 has YouTube live streaming built in. So in the camera app, you could just go ahead and hit YouTube live stream and boom, it goes straight to YouTube for you. So that's what I wanted to test out. So appreciate everybody jumping in real quick. This really isn't going to be a long live stream. I'm just testing out the feature, because again, I like that LG has this feature still, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are at work or you know Eric's up in here, GG 10. I see all you guys, man. What's going down? Um, but again, this is a pretty sweet feature. It's like it's using the wide angle camera to do this live stream. That's what it looks like. I'm trying to get the right adjustment because I just put it up on the tripod. But just want to check in, everybody, man. I want to talk about the V60 for a minute. Forget you, GG. Man, I'm gonna have a bone to pick with you when you get off work. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully, if I ever decide to live stream on the go, the V60, like I said, it has the capabilities built in. I guess go straight to the camera app, which I love. So the V60, I want to talk about a few things. Barry, as a matter of fact, Barry just brought that up. So I told everybody that about what happened with the V60's cameras and why I removed 2 videos. And some people are in their feelings about that. I don't know why, but some people feel like I'm trying to pick on the V60, or they also feel like I'm trying to take up for the V60. Whatever, man. Squash all that noise. It doesn't even matter. I know that the V60 has great cameras, and I'm not saying they're the best cameras. But in fact, those comparisons that I put up weren't fair because the software was jacked up when I took it off. So what I did was I used the V60 to shoot a video, like Barry is talking about in the comments, on my car channel. And if you see that, that's all the V60. It was a direct upload. I didn't do any editing or anything like that. I just put it straight to YouTube, and that was that. So I think that the V60 is a champ for the cameras, man. Now, I know you've been watching Eric's videos too. It seems like only me and Eric. Everybody always bring up me, Eric, and Juan. And if they don't bring up me, Eric, and Juan, they start telling me about Danny Widget and stuff like that. Personally, I don't watch Danny Widget or whatever his name is. I watch Juan, obviously, and I watch Eric. But I do want to hear from people who are not YouTubers. Right now, it seems that YouTube is kind of flooded with only tech reviewers, that have the V60. And that's okay. It's bringing the camera forward a little bit. That's okay. But I like to watch people who are not tech reviewers because I think they would give a good representation of what, and that's what I do. I do follow people who are not tech reviewers because I like to get a perspective of people who are just regular people, and I want to hear how they feel about the phone. But unfortunately, a lot of consumers like that, they don't do YouTube, and they feel some type of way about being in front of the camera, and I understand that. But based on what I'm seeing, the feedback, um, the V60 is a win. I think my video released this morning of the 7-day review. And so, at a much needed break, I'm just going to start. So, what I do when I do these reviews, I try to stay in review mode with a phone for at least 2 weeks. And so, right now, I've passed a week with the V60. I'm at like 8 days or something like that. I don't know. I'm more than 7 days. So it's time to get back on my grind and talk about my daily driver, because the S20 Plus isn't really my daily driver. It's just my daily driver because I was in grind mode to give you a review. The Z Flip is actually the daily driver. So I didn't do very many videos on the Z Flip because remember, I paid full cost for mine because I couldn't get a good deal on a trade-in. And then now if you want to go buy the Z Flip, they have massive discounts on trade-ins. Now they're giving $500 on trade-ins. So that's unfortunate, you know what I mean, for me, but for you, it's a good thing. So the Z Flip is something that you might see a few more videos on it. I got some cases and everything, but you're going to see a follow-up video on it because I didn't really push out too much content on that, and people thought I didn't like the phone, or I just wasn't going to deal with it anymore. But the Z Flip is really the daily driver, and not because I paid a lot of money for it. My mind hasn't changed about all the phones that came out. So if you remember when the phones came out, the Z Flip was the one I said I was the most interested in, and that's the one I said I was buying. And what did I do? I bought it. I caught the short end of the stick. You know what I mean? By having to pay full cost for it, and it's definitely not worth $1,400. But at the same time, man, I really like the Z Flip, and so I just prefer to use that as a daily driver because if I'm out and about, Eric probably does this too. I know he does though. So Eric, it's a delay in the chat, but I know you're going to say you do this too. Probably anybody who has as many phones as we do, you're probably going to agree with this statement. But when I'm not, people always ask me where is a phone at, and I've actually showed a couple of people some things off camera of how many phones I really have. So Eric, you're not the only one with the problem. But what I was going to say is when I'm not using something, when it's really expensive too, I box it up. Am I the only one that does? I keep all my boxes. And if I don't have the box, I have like this drawer. I have like this storage area. And dude, it's stacked with phones. It's stacked with phones. Like literally, if someone found that storage, they would rob me blind. So I know that other people do that too. Like if you have some phones that are just precious to you, I actually layer mine. Okay, I'm going on record. I'm kind of a hoarder too, or I have a problem. We need to I'm gonna start a therapy group. I'm getting ready to start a therapy group for tech reviewers, and we're gonna have some therapy sessions on how to deal with the phone addiction because you're not the only one, son. So I actually stack mine for what I think is the most precious to me in a certain order. Man, if I show you this chest, man, you're gonna be like, yo, I got a lot of brand new phones that are in the box that I haven't even opened yet. It's crazy, man. Somebody get a hold of that storage. They're gonna have some jewels on their hands, man. But yeah, man, I mean 10, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, see, man. But it's kind of you want to, I spent a lot of money on the phones I have, and I want to make sure I keep them in pristine condition just in case I sell them. So currently what I've been doing is I've been going through trying to sell phones that might still have some value. So here's what I did. I'll go ahead and put this out there. I sold, and I didn't do this for any particular reason or anything like that, but I sold my Pixel devices. Now I normally wouldn't sell the Pixel devices, but I know what's coming from Google. So and let me tell you something. The Google has already proved themselves, and I'm Team Pixel for sure. So the reason I sold my Pixel 4 XL is because the trade-in value when I was trying to buy my when I was buying my Z Flip when it first came out, the trade-in value was like $300, and I was like, I'm not giving my Pixel 4 XL up for $300. They crazy. So I went ahead and bought the Z Flip. So and then I just decided to sell my my Pixel 4 XL, and plus I had a whole bunch of coupons and well, not coupons. I have a zero interest rate credit card, so every time I swipe, I get big dough on it. So on my business account, I do. On my business account, I have what's it called, points back or something like that. So on my business account, I had a ton of money. You cash it in. So ultimately, I paid less than. I really shouldn't say this on camera, but I paid less than $400 for my Z Flip in the end. Okay, now I did come up off that 1,400 up front, but I got all that cash back once I turned in all of my points. So I got that phone for on the low, but still, in the end, you know what I'm saying? Force Tech, I see where you at? He in here somewhere? There's Force Tech. What's going on, man? Jose, appreciate it, man. In the end, I think the Z Flip, like I said back then, all of these phones are overpriced. If it's anything over $400 to $500, we can't justify it. Like I'm getting ready to start reviewing the Motorola phone. Spoiler, okay, you just heard me on the stream. I wasn't going to talk about that, but what's the big secret? You knew I was going to start. I was going to buy those anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the Z Flip is the most money that I've spent on a device in a long time, and like upfront like that. And I'm happy with it, son. It's I'm cool with it because I like the phone. A person can tell me that the Z Flip is a bad phone, but most of the people talking about it like that, they don't have it. So I'm telling you, the Z Flip is an eclectic device, and even though in the end I got it for a really low price, the fact is it's still taking price out of it. Just forget about price, folks. I'm telling you, I said it when the event came out. I knew that these S20s or whatever was going to be just okay. Because how much upgrade can you really do for a phone? You know what I mean? Like, what can you really do? And I reviewed the Galaxy Fold, and the Galaxy Fold was cool, man, but it just didn't hit me like that. Like, boom, oh, this is exciting. It felt really fragile. And I know that's gonna sound crazy, but it felt more. I'm more delicate, or I was more delicate and afraid to just kind of toss the Galaxy Fold. But with the Flip, I just tossed on the couch and fell on the floor. You know what I mean? It's something, I don't know. They're both expensive. There's only a $500 difference or whatever, or $500 or $600 difference. But still, I don't know. The Fold was just clunky and big. It's a huge phone, and I think the Z Flip is it's impressive. It's the way to go. So I kind of did a few videos on it in at the beginning, and I just kind of felt like, you know what I mean, they don't really want to see this, honestly. And then I didn't buy it so much just to do reviews. I bought it because, well, you guys, I'm keeping it 100. I bought it because I really wanted that over all these S20s and stuff like that. So nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? I might do some. I'm going to put out the videos that I've recorded. I got some videos for the new cases that I got. And that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So I think what I'll do is I'll give you that. And if you want more Z Flip coverage, do you want more Z Flip coverage? You know what I'm saying? I'll put some more Z Flip coverage out. But when something's a daily driver, turn this TV off. When something's a daily driver, I think I can see the reflection of it too. When something's a daily driver, I tend not to focus too much on it. I'd rather get some stuff that's in for review or whatever. So, yeah, man. Anyway, so I started this live stream, and I titled it, LG V60 ThinQ, something like that, live stream. This is just, if you just get in here, this is actually the V60. I just got it up on a tripod, and I went into the camera app. And I know you guys know that the capability is there, but I wanted to test it out. That's what I get these phones for, to test it out. You know what I'm saying? So people who have questions, you know what I'm saying, they get them answered with some of these videos. But anyway, if you have a question right now, go ahead and drop it in the comments of this live stream. Because again, I told you this isn't going to be a long live stream. I just wanted, it's like 2 p.m. or going on 2 p.m. And I want to get some of your questions real quick. How's the battery life on the V60? Yo, Tanner, I'm averaging 10 hours and like 15 or 10 hours and 20 minutes on every charge, and I get almost 2 days. There go my girl, tech loving mama. Jay, can you discuss how well the stylus is on the Moto X? Wait, this chat's going fast. Jay, can you discuss Oh, the stylus. Oh, so the stylus on the I've actually been using. I was buying a stylus for it, and I put it in my cart and forgot about it. And this is my pen to my. A lot of people be like, "Oh, do you have it anymore?" This is my Pixel Slate, son. Let me take it off the case. My Pixel Slate, I love it. So I actually started using the pen for the Pixel Slate on the V60, and it works. So I was like, boom, I'll put that on hold. But I really enjoy the stylus, the pen input on the V60. I think it's really good. And I really like it. I think the pen input, the fact that LG isn't really pushing these things, it's kind of shocking. You know what I mean? It's a surprise that they push certain things and they don't. But maybe because they're not officially selling a pen. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So Rich says, "Do I have the dual screen?" No, I'm not going to be covering the dual screen at this moment because I actually was not interested in the dual screen. I think Eric is one of the few people that I know he's rocking with the dual screen, and I think Forbes Tech. I know Forbes Tech, he rocks with the dual screen. But I'm not gonna rock with the dual screen yet because I wasn't interested in it. And I wanted some people felt some type of way about that, but I actually wanted the white color. And to be honest, if I would have gotten this flip screen with the white color, I would have got it. But I actually wanted like a white case to match. You know what I mean? So yeah. What did you do to improve the video after offload it, and what program do you use? So I haven't done that yet. That's Admir something 2001. I haven't figured it out yet what program I'm going to use. I might need to go to use Final Cut Pro, but right now iMovie doesn't work, and I haven't put it on my PC, so I don't know yet. But I've just been doing everything on the phone and going straight in. So Note 10 Lite or V60, V60, Note 10 Plus or V60, Note 10 Plus. So Note 10 Plus or V60, Note 10 Plus, Note 10 Lite or V60, LG V60. Hopefully I got those right. What is the oldest phone you've ever had in my chest? Oh gosh, man, I'd have to go look because I got stuff stacked on top of each other, Gilberto. Google Pixel 4 XL or LG V60 or Note Plus. Google Pixel 4 XL over the V60, but Note 10 Plus over the V60. And Note 10 Plus over the Google Pixel 4 XL. Note 10 Plus over all of those, but Google Pixel 4 XL over the V60. I think you can get a bamboo pen. Yeah, you're right, Tech Love Mom. I'm gonna have to call you TLM, or Little Mama. From Jersey, we call people Little Mama. Hey, what's up? All right, I see. G3 is the most underrated camera at this time. G3 was good. I like that. Let me see here. Looking for some more of your questions. I have both. I've compared them both. I think the V60 is a better phone than the S20 Plus. That's just me. Cameras, battery, performance is the same. That's just personally me. I would go with the V60 because I'm holding the S20 Plus and I'm recording with the V60 for this live stream. So I don't know. Yeah, Jersey in the house. What's up? I see. What about the input with the stylus? Everything's fine, man. It's fast. If you want to see a video right now on the stylus, go to Eric's channel. Just go to Eric's channel. Easy Computer Solutions. He has a video right now comparing the stylus to the Note Pen. I'm not gonna cover that probably because I just use it. Some things I'm interested in doing a video on, and then if another YouTuber that I watch puts something out, I just watch them. I'll tell people to go over there. I ain't trying to be greedy and get all the views. I'm okay with just rocking with it like that. Man, I got a package outside my door. Yo, they delivered that fast, son. It's over there. I'm gonna get that. It says delivery for tomorrow, but it came today. Boom. I like how they take a picture of it. LG is underrated. Yes, they are very underrated. Very underrated. I'm looking for some more of your comments. Do you miss not having a 1440p screen by Moonman74? No, I don't miss not having a quad HD display because the all right, Gigi, take care, man. I don't think that a 1440p display is a must at this price point and for everything else that the phone does right. Now, I did say in my video, my second video I did on the phone, I think I said I would have preferred a 1440p display, but if they didn't give it to me, I'm not complaining about it. I'm past it because I'm getting I'm getting mad performance out of this thing, and the quality is off the charts, man. Uh, do a live unboxing of which one? Will you be getting the iPhone? Of course, I'm getting a new iPhone. I buy every iPhone, and I'm definitely getting that iPhone. I mean, the pricing is going to be right. I think it comes. I think they're going to announce it at the same time as OnePlus next week or something like that. So I'm not really sure, but I hope they go ahead and give us what we want, man, and don't come greedy with it. Because what's going to happen is if they try to come with this 550 price tag and all that stuff, I'm going to tell people to buy the iPhone 10R or the iPhone 11 because they're recycling, man. They're doing it wrong. They're trying to get people still. I can't answer that. I can't answer that comment right. What's the best camera on a phone right now? You have front facing cameras is going to be the HTC U11, and it's for rear camera. It's a toss up for video. It could be a lot of phones, but front camera right now, nothing is beating the HTC U11 for vlogs and photos. It's just not happening. Video really, nothing is beating the HTC U11. If you doubt me, I've already put it up against this phone right here, and I don't even have to put it up against anything else because I just feel like the HTC U11 is a jewel that people just skip right over for some reason. I might, hey, Lethal Emperor, I might do a live unboxing whenever I get the iPhone, man. Let me see here. I'm looking for. Just got my V60. Congrats, David Alexander. The V60 is a beast. It really is. Some of you guys coming in, you probably didn't hear me say it, but I've already talked about Motorola, and yes, I'm going to be covering the Motorola's. There are two of them for $600. Why wouldn't I do that? I never bought the E Supra, but I did buy those Motos in that same generation that was named something else, and yes, they are totally worth it. Do you remember the Moto phone? Yeah, of course, man. Okay, I'm looking for some more of your questions. What do you think the best? Yeah, I can't answer phones like that. What do you think is the best Android phone? I mean, the Pixels are obviously the way phones should be, but with Android, you have options, and that's just what it is. You got options. But if I'm going to tell anybody, if anybody's just looking to get an Android phone, you don't have to break the bank. Anybody who's just wanting an Android phone, go buy a Pixel 3a XL or a Pixel 3a. That's the lowest you should go. I would say get the 3a XL because that battery and that haptic feedback is beast mode. But if you want to ball out, just get the Pixel 4 XL. You'll thank yourself. You'll love it. That's the real experience on Android. The 3a Pixels, period. We can have this discussion about what's Android and what's not Android. Listen, anything that's not officially coming from Google, from what I say, is not technically Android because you're adding on all these different things. The OEMs, that is, they're adding on all these different things and they're changing it to what they want. So if you want a true Android experience, 3A XL, 3A is the lowest I would recommend you go. But stay with Google if you want the real deal. And some people complain now because some of these techies out here, they got people head all messed up thinking that they got to have a security patch and all this other stuff. Folks, let me tell you something, man. You don't need a security patch. Your phone is not going to stop working. We're all vulnerable. Any cameras, like I have a sweet security system in my house, and I have all my laptops. I have anything that has a camera can be remotely accessed. Anything with a microphone, remotely accessed. Anything that's going through the internet can be remotely accessed. So your cell phone is the least important thing that you should be thinking about. So you don't need a security patch. And techies out there like to argue that a phone is a fail because, it doesn't have 2 years of updates. Don't you guys remember we weren't even thinking about no updates? Even tech reviewers, we weren't thinking about updates. We get so brainwashed into believing everything we hear, and we skip over phones and products that are really good, even better than what we're being sold in the US. You got to clear your minds. I'm not saying that they shouldn't update the phones, but what I'm saying is that should not be a selling point. In my comments of the V60, when I first started showing the V60, people were saying, yo, is it how many updates is it gonna get? How many security updates is it gonna get? Yo, listen, you're not really those people. They add no value. You're not really interested in a phone if your first approach is, it's only gonna get a year. LG sucks for their updates. You can ride that wave if you want to, but that's why I import phones. Like I buy phones that are not officially in the US. I don't care about no security patches and all that stuff. If it gives me I got phones that's in my storage that still work better and have better battery life than the current flagships, and they only cost like $300. You know what I mean? So if you keep harping on security patches, updates, and all that other stuff, you're gonna miss out because no one was thinking about that until someone said that it was important. When in reality, how often does your car get a software update? Some people right now in this stream is driving a 1991 Honda Accord and it runs like a champ. You're not worried about software updates to your ECU in your car. You just want the tires rotated and the oil changed, and you want to make sure it's on the road, right? You got 400,000 miles out of it, right? You know what I'm saying? So people who talk about updates, it just doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. Apple update. Okay, so here's a comment from B Floyd. People say that updates do not matter, but then we praise Apple for all the devices being the same update. Listen, some people praise Apple like that for having all the updates and everything, but Apple is doing it all wrong. Apple's playing all their customers. This is why I prefer Android. He said you can't compare security patch to a phone to a car, though. Why not? Phones have sacred information, man. If you're storing really really personal things on your phone, something's wrong. All of my cars have sacred information. Do you know what you can do with someone's VIN number or the last six or their license plate? Much more than you can do with a phone. Feel me? Apple is like I was saying. Apple, yeah, Tesla, Tesla, man. It ain't even just Tesla. It's just cars. And if you have anything after 1997, I believe, or 98, one of those, I think that's when the computers changed over. All you need, you you don't have to leave your car unlocked. It's called taking a brick, breaking the window. Never had your car stolen before. Anyway, all I'm saying is security patches as an argument is stupid. In my humble opinion, it's stupid. It's a weak argument, just like phone sales. People say, oh, that phone flopped because it only sold 4,000 of them. No, it didn't flop. Just because a phone doesn't sell very well doesn't mean it's not a good phone. It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't mean that it's a fail. Android, in my opinion, I would tell a person to lean more to Android because you get all the options in the world. You can go buy a phone right now for $99 and it'll last you for a good amount of time. And okay, will it get security updates? Probably not. But who cares as long as it works? You know what I mean? You make your own choice. I'm just throwing things out there. From where I sit, I don't care about no security patches. I don't care about updates and all that stuff. If I get it, and when I say that, quote me, don't say, oh, Jay, you said. What I'm saying is, if it happens, okay, great. But that's not a selling point for me to buy a phone. Make sense? It shouldn't be a selling point for you to buy a phone. Why would you buy a phone based on you think, oh, it's going to get an update? On average now, the majority of the world is not keeping their phones very long because what they did to us was they had this great marketing to tell everybody, oh, you can finance your phone on your bill, no contracts. And you can also trade it back into me after a year, which is a total scam. Why would you pay on something and halfway pay it off and then turn it back in? And you don't get to keep it. No, I wouldn't do that. So I would rather just pay for it. And then if I decide to sell it later, I'll sell it later. That's what I would do. I see a comment here. Steve Strong says, all about marketing. If you market it right, it will sell well. Great point. That's the truth. Some people, some companies, I should say, they just don't market. Like people accuse LG of not marketing well at all. And I don't know that they don't market well. Maybe they just don't market enough because a lot of people don't know that it has pen support. I didn't even hear that from LG. I mean, maybe I missed it, but I don't even think they brought up the fact that it has pen support. If you just put a pen next to the phone, it pops up and says welcome and blah blah blah. I tweeted it out, or not tweeted it out. I sent it on my Instagram. But I said here's a comment from B Floyd. It says B Floyd says the issue is that the OEM are making the updates as a selling point. I don't see any of the OEMs using Windows making the OS as a selling point. I rarely see. I don't think I've seen too many OEMs market updates as a selling point. But you're right probably, because I mean I haven't been paying attention to that, so I'm not saying you're wrong. I haven't seen very much of OEMs pushing like software updates and stuff like that. Not even Apple, also, and we all know that they pretty much update their phones regularly for a long period of time, at least 3, 4, 5 years. My iPhone SE is on 12 or 13, I believe, or something like that. Let me see here. I didn't miss anything much other than newer software. Yo, I see 10-minute tech reviews. I see Technically T just popped in. What's going on, B? Yeah, Essential, and Steve's right. And shout out to the 240 crew. I saw him up here earlier. 240 crew, where y'all at, man? The 200. I got mine for 229. The Essential phone is a great phone. They got beat up. Somebody say it with me, by hashtag the media. They beat that phone up, and they all went back on their word after the price drop. But Essential may not have marketed that phone right, but Essential came back strong and kept that phone alive for 2 years, I believe, or 3 years. They kept it alive for 2 to 3 years, man. And even today, even though the support has ended, like it's not getting any more software updates, doesn't it still work? Isn't it on the latest operating system? Yeah. And it's probably going to work for years to come. You know what I mean? It's the selling point, man. If your marketing is weak, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want to invest your budget into marketing, then that's what it is, man. You're gonna miss out. Young Mike in the house, Tech King Mike 79 what's going on? My big Mech 1164 says my biggest issue of the difference between iOS and Android is the mischief done by carriers. I have an unlocked Android that has proper visual voicemail on 5, and on the carrier it's blocked, not on iOS. That's a good point, because see, carriers, that's another thing about updates. This is why I always tell people to go unlocked, to live unlocked if you can, and stay unlocked. But you got to pick your carrier. But if you have an unlocked, like the Samsung phones, if you put a SIM card in there that's Sprint, and then you take it out and you put another different from T-Mobile or something in there, it'll reboot and bring in what they want you to have, like the settings for that, for carrier settings. But you're right, man. Carriers, this is why I don't like buying carrier phones. I hate that I had to pay all this money for the V60 on T-Mobile. You know what I'm saying? It would have been nice to get an unlocked version, but that just means that I won't be keeping this V60, and I'm going to eventually sell it off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get rid of it eventually, because T-Mobile carrier phones, they have a little bit of bloat, not more than it. AT&T phones have so much bloatware. AT&T, people in here from AT&T, I know you got to confirm this. AT&T phones have a boatload of bloatware. T-Mobile has like 4 apps. AT&T, like 30 apps, man. It's incredible, son. They have so much bloatware and apps that you can't really take off. But I think Google is another company who's not doing good at marketing either, because the thing is, Google has jewels out there that some people don't know about. Like, why is it that the 3A is not on every carrier? Why is that? Like, why is the 3A not on every single carrier out there? It's just, why is it just not being pushed everywhere? The true essence of Android lies in that. The true essence of Android is going to lie within Google. So if in fact you find yourself in a rut worrying about what Android should be, you need to turn to Google. Let me see something here. I'm getting my internet crash or something. I'm trying to get my stream. I'm trying to test the stream out. I'm holding the stream so I can see your comments. Turn off my Wi-Fi. See if this works. Oh, there we go. Yeah, stream's still going. Stream kind of cut off on my phone or something. I don't know what happened with it. I'll start getting a phone call come in or something. There we go. But if you really, what's my thoughts on T-Mobile Sprint merger? I just happened to pop back in and see that. I feel like the T-Mobile Sprint merger is, a whole bunch of shady under the table dealings, but it is what it is, man. If they take away, I'm not against it, but the less options you have, I'm gonna start promoting prepaid plans. I'll promote the same company. I would tell a person right now, if you want a really hot budget, pick up one of these $15 plans as a backup right now, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. So if you're on like T-Mobile is offering the $15 plan, now AT&T is doing it, now Verizon is doing it. They're all offering these $15 plans, but there's a real small fine print that's not going to be there forever. So if you're unsure about it, grab that $15 plan, especially the T-Mobile version or the AT&T version, because AT&T doesn't have 5G yet, 5GE, which is just LTE. But T-Mobile has a weak, I shouldn't say weak, they don't have the millimeter 5G yet. So I would definitely say grab that $15 plan from T-Mobile, because unlimited talk and text with 2 gigs of data, 5G data, is perfectly fine for most people. A lot of people stay on Wi-Fi anyway, you know what I mean? So, it's really up to you to decide what you want, but I would tell you grab one of those $15 plans if you can right now, because it's, it's going to work in the end for you if you're unsure, or you just want to cut it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go to Best Buy in 3A XL, 3A. Yeah, people don't overcomplicate things. Looking for drop your comments down below, man, or your questions, I should say. Anything. Here's our dog says the main reason I stopped buying carrier phones is too much bloatware. You have to wait to get it unlocked. Totally true. If you pay full cost for a phone, all the phones that I bought from T-Mobile that I paid full cost for right on the spot, I've been with them for 25 years or something like that. So I don't know if that plays a part, but they never make me wait to get my phones unlocked. I could pay for it and get in that little chat thing in the T-Mobile app, boom, give them the IMEI or call them or whatever, and they unlock it for me that same day. Yeah, Sprint was pretty good, man, when I had them, back in the day, but now they fell off big time. They fell off. What's this? If you have a question, man, drop it down below. I appreciate those thumbs downs that came through. I appreciate the 3 people that came through and thumbed down the video. Got love for you. I wish that, what I want to know. I guess I'm curious. Answer this question. Now, thumbs down. I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, and I will be a liar if I sat on video and told you I didn't used to get offended by thumbs downs on my videos. When you first start off on YouTube, now I've been on YouTube since 2006, so obviously I don't really care too much about thumbs downs anymore, because I know sometimes when I post a video, as soon as it goes live, it's like 10 thumbs downs on it or 3. It's something like that. Before the video, it's only been live for 30 seconds, but I want to know this. I've always wanted to know this. And people, I don't think a lot of people are going to be completely honest, because I can't see, this is over chat, but answer this question. Do you thumbs down a video because you don't like the person that's doing the review, or you just don't like how they're doing the review, or you don't like the product? There's got to be a reason. I personally feel like people thumb down your video because they don't like you. And I know this, and I think it's funny. I say that with full confidence for the people who thumb down my videos, because I don't know about anybody else's videos, but I can tell you this, son. I know for a fact that in my analysis of why people thumb down my video is because they don't like me as a person, but they don't really know me. They don't like what I show them on camera. So, because how else can a video go live and then come out, and then within 10 seconds, now sometimes I'm pushing go live or publish, and then I refresh, and it's got like 4 thumbs down. It's like, dang, what? Those are just people who, for sure, just don't like me as a person. That is all that is. Now, tell me what you think. Which one is it?
Really?
I want to see your comments down here. I gotta know. All right, so let me see here.
Yeah, because I know.
Yep, that's what they do.
My last meeting I had, they told me that it could be up to June.
So some people say I don't like the product, but you good. I see that from what's the name? No.
Well, I hope that we can. I hope that this.
I'm looking for
passes
these. Those are
because,
haters. Yeah, I mean, of course, there's some type of way, but I got. Oh, you said the eagle. That was funny. Eagle Nation.
I know.
I would tell a person, if you don't like a video, leave a comment as to, you can thumb down if you want to, but what about you leave a comment saying, because here's the truth, I don't want everybody to agree with me. It makes for a boring section in the comment section.
Yeah.
Overall, sometimes we do have to agree, because I'm not gonna give you no nonsense. So in most cases, in my videos, pretty much everybody in the comments, they're all agreeing with each other. Overall, but you do get those people in there that get crazy in the comments for why, I don't know.
Okay.
What do I think about LG's icons? They're great. They're fine.
Food dinner.
Or maybe they're just on the hunt to bash the V60. Well, it happens pretty much in a lot of videos, so it doesn't just happen with the V60. Just period. I've noticed that, and every YouTuber would tell you they have people out there who just come to. I was on my Project 13's videos. He's in the chat. He can tell you this. He put out a video and he was talking about it too. Like, how did I get all these thumbs downs right out the rip? And I just put the video out. It happens to YouTubers now, and I think it's because they don't like the YouTuber. I don't think it has anything to do with the comments or the product in most cases. I think they just don't like the YouTuber. I think that's what it is, man. I think that's what it is. I think they don't like the YouTuber, and so they feel I'm just gonna keep coming back to his videos and I'm gonna thumb it down. But what they don't understand is traffic is traffic. Traffic is traffic. That's what it is. So as soon as you come to the video, boom, that's it. I used to get mad about it. I mean, I would be such a liar if I sat on video and said, that never bothered me. Of course it did when I first started, because you want to think of it as though, what am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? You think, well, what am I doing wrong? What would I do bad in that video? The fact is, there's a way to give constructive criticism and feedback, and most of the people on YouTube don't know how to do that. It's like a small percentage of you guys out there who actually know how to give feedback, period. So I got to get out of here, man. I see you guys. I'll try to do. I'm not even gonna tell you I'm gonna be live much longer, but on your way out, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Be sure to hit the thumbs up on your way out if you were entertained today and you learned something. If you're just coming in, if you caught this, go ahead and catch the replay. This is me testing out the V60's capability to live stream directly from the camera app. It has that. That's a popular feature. Even though my Samsung promoted the Galaxy Note 10 Plus as a YouTube content creator's phone, it doesn't have the ability to live stream directly from the app, from the camera app. So I think this is a nice built-in feature, and I think more phones should have it. LG's kind of always had it, but hit that thumbs up on your way out, folks. I'm done testing the V60's camera for a live stream, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks. I'm out.